Okay, so when we last left off, Andre and Joseph just finished up fighting. Blake threatened Joseph with his gun, and Joseph stopped because his lady friend, special lady friend, showed up to stop him. And this is where I'm going to start concluding things a little bit more. However, I have a new thread. So we have a new character. Let's say lady friend up here. New NPC. I don't know her name yet. Threads. We have a new thread. So we concluded, we found him. I could have stopped the adventure there. Help worker find friend for $50 plus. The new thread would be to uncover the truth. Okay, since we still have a few scenes, we can uncover the truth and see what these all have to do with each other. And I can kind of sum it up, I think, pretty well. I'll try to act it out for you guys using this group of characters. And whenever you can wrap it up logically on your own, that's the best way to go, really. Instead of like rolling on words and yes or no questions. Let's see. Let's see here. Now, what she says, Joseph isn't himself. He came to me, and he's under some kind of a spell, and I don't know if he's in his right mind, and he talked about meeting some stranger outside his workplace, and he was wandering, and we ran into each other, and he just, I don't know, he became kind of infatuated. I thought it was very nice, very lovely, and now we're together now. And he steps in. We're together. That's right. And you two are keeping me from her. Now both of you, leave. And Andre probably says something like, well, I assume you put in your 2 weeks, young man. And what is this about this stranger that you met? What did he say to you to convince you to do this and attack us? And this is where we can I can roll some words, or I can do this. I can go, okay. I'll look on the PDF, and there's I can roll the D20 like a tarot deck. And I can try to make sense from the tarot deck, since it's kind of it's a mysterious stranger. Let's see here. Let me look for the tarot deck and the index or oracle. I think that's near the front of the game, front of the PDF. Darn it. Here we go. Okay. Now that's the order. The order of. See, again, I wish this PDF was organized a bit better. It makes a difference. Okay, here we go. Reading the cards. A roll D10 on the focus table and a D8 on the emotion table before manifesting the card. Alright. Favor or sorrow. If the outcome is unclear, query the oracle for a simple yes or no. Does the outlaw see me? Straightforward. Let's see. Again, yeah, so this is like a minor little favor or sorrow. It's like their little oracle I could use. But I'm going to use the major arcana to see if I can come up with a reasoning using the cards, since it's the mysterious stranger. That's high in the theme. 9. So the 9, what can I get? Wheel of Fortune. Okay. The Wheel of Fortune. I think I know what that could mean. I can roll a D10 and a D8 for focus and emotion. Okay. So the D10. Let me pull back a little bit. 6, the focus is traverse. Okay, that makes sense. And D8 for the emotion. 5. Sorry about that. Let's see. Crestfallen. Traverse. Wheel of Fortune. Okay. So this is the truth. Do it please us. The truth is, and then it's in Joseph's words, is he came to me. Let me get their images out. He came to me. He whispered to me, I came to him. He talked to me of a great fortune out here in the desert. Of a great fortune. But it was not of the kind that I would usually think. It was a fortune of the heart. And he told me about this beautiful lady here. And he painted me a picture in my mind, and I just couldn't stop focusing on her. And so I wandered. And I'd wandered for days, almost in circles, until the image pointed me to this place. It seemed to come out of nowhere, this market. And then it built more and more. And then one day, as I was starving, she came to me. She gave me water, and she gave me food. And I couldn't stop. I just couldn't stop being around. I still can't be around her, and I'll kill anyone. Anyone that kind of keeps me from her. And, yeah, you give them my 2 weeks notice. I'm done. I'm with her always and forever. And you both get it. I appreciate what you've done, but you both leave. Please leave. Because I'm a jealous man, extremely jealous. And with that, we'll conclude this one, because that makes the most sense. However, there is still a mystery. If I wanted to come back and conclude this little adventure and expand it, I can make a new thread. And the new thread would be... find out about the mysterious stranger. That can be something like a setup for the next adventure. He could be a gunslinger with special powers or something, this guy, as part of the bigger campaign. Maybe he wanders town to town, causing chaos. Alright, but we more than concluded this, so, and this scene set up, alright, for the journaling, which they tell you to do in the PDF, in the book. should journal. They learn that the stranger sent Joseph on a quest, I'll say, of obsessive lust / love. I don't know if it's really love, since it's supernatural. So probably, you know. Joe quits and tells him to leave. Without much choice in the matter, I'd say Andre kind of reluctantly agrees, since it's his decision. He's a grown man, and they leave, and I'm going to roll. I'd say Blake gets his $50. All right, and they go back, and this is a good kind of open cliffhanger. But I'm going to say, do they find the door? What do you call that? The portal door, or the shift door, or whatever it was called, back to his home world. And I say, it's likely. The chaos is down to 2. So likely, and I'm running out of battery power here, 25. So he has to roll under a 25. But I say, since his chaos is down, I'll redo it. Say, is he? Does he get All right, so I worked it out, and I guess I would ask the question, since the chaos is low, does he make it to the portal door without much problem? You know, roll again. The odds, I'd say it's likely. Chaos is at a 2. That makes it 35. So he's got to roll under 35, or something happens on the way over there. Red's the first number. They're 9. He makes it. That's pretty low. So, very likely. Alright, very likely. But let's make things fun. So the chaos factor is at a 2. I'll see if I roll under the chaos factor, I might get an altered or interrupt scene. Notice I'm only using this altered and interrupt stuff when I feel like it. When I feel it might need it a little bit. So that's my kind of home rule option as I play this. So here we go. 4. Okay, so nothing. I rolled above the chaos number, and they make their way to the door, the portal door there. And this is where Blake and Andre say their goodbye. And, well, yeah, well, it's been an experience, Andre. I'll take my $50 now. Well, yeah, I guess you earned it. And he goes into his satchel, and he gives, here's your $50. Sorry, no bonus. I'll take that. I'll take that. And have you ever run into that mysterious stranger? That man in black, so to speak? Well, probably best you turn the other way. Don't listen to him. Oh yeah. I'll be sure not to. And if I see you around here, well, I'm not going to have any more money for you, so you best keep on walking. But thank ye. Thank ye, Si. Thank you. Hey, you need any help getting that treated? And he looks at his arm. Just a few couple nights rest. Just a couple nights rest, I should be alright. You take care now, boy. You take care. With that, he opens the door. And he steps into Toadash space. Back to his world. Or to another world. I don't know. We got a little bit of blood on this door. Purple blood. Or to the world of tiny gunslingers. Thanks for watching. It's been a blast. Keep on solo questing. Always. And thanks for waiting. So as a review, just to show you how much adventure we got from this page, I think we got a pretty good adventure, not including the last scene. It ended short. The threads are pretty much wrapped up, except for one, but these were new threads. The main thread was covered. Help the worker find the friend, $50. Yep. Uncover the truth. Yep, we did that. Find out about this mysterious stranger. Maybe a little bit, but that was more about the truth. We know that this mysterious stranger caused this man to become infatuated and quit his job and kind of lose himself and go a bit nuts and injure his co-worker over it. So that's a bit scary. So this is something that could be resolved in another adventure, in another world maybe. Hint. So that's what's kind of neat about the whole idea of We Deal in Lead and the Dark Tower. Spoilers to those who haven't read the Dark Tower is that these portal doors, I should say slip doors, lead to other places in the universe, which can be actually other RPG worlds, which is really handy and really neat. And I think that's been done in, I think it was Rifts or GURPS or something like that. You can do that kind of stuff. I've never played those games. Maybe one day on Solo Quester I will. I took some liberties here. I took some liberties with the material with this. This is the main thing that you should, if you're solo questing, in We Deal in Lead, is you should use this. And it's a pretty decent flow chart, but again, when you're using, this is my criticism, it's the organization of the PDF is pretty rough. So it always helps to maybe, a sheet of paper, write all the rules, simplified, combat, the stuff you're going to need. That's why I was using those big flashcards. Those helped a bit. But still, when you got things like these are pretty big tables that you have to kind of go between here. And this is another big part of it. The event roll And some of these I kind of skipped due to, the story, how the story was going, the momentum. And exploring, we did a little bit of that, but not too much, because I was doing more of a theater of the mind with a little bit of hex. So overall, pretty good system, but you got to reorganize it. Reorganize it a bit. So I'll give it probably an 8 out of 10 bullets. But if you just rework it a bit and play it a few times, I think there's some real good story there. Again, I like the descriptions. You can really have a good meaty character from rolling his visual descriptions and what he's carrying and what kind of attire he's donning and all that. That's really neat. And there's some things in the rolls I didn't use. I like the tarot deck thing. That's kind of that ended up working out. That's high on theme. If you have a tarot deck and you don't have any religious problems against using it, then that's pretty cool. But otherwise, I'll stick to my handy dandy D20. But the tarot cards, I was also thinking of making playing cards the tarot cards, but there just wasn't enough. It just didn't quite. The cards were kind of uneven because the tarot deck cards were less than the playing cards total. So I would have to work that out somehow. But that's the suggestion. Oops, sorry. We'll just go over the summary. This is what I ended up naming the adventure. I named it The Lost Carrier. The Lost Carrier. And sometimes it's fun to name the adventure when you're done with it. You put it in your records. And but I think it was a good turn of events. The mythic cards, I got to kind of work out a little bit more. I kind of got screwed up on that, like to keep going till you hit a yes kind of thing. So I might have screwed up there. I'm sorry, but you get the gist of it. You can use they have an oracle in the book that you can use, which I probably should have stuck to that, but again, it's kind of unorganized. It's not organized the greatest. Okay, so scene 1, Blake encounters a confused postal worker. After going through a slip door, Blake agrees to his quest for $50 or more. To find Joseph. Next, they found a town and entered it. No answers there. No luck. They haven't heard of him. Time to get a hotel. And surprisingly, his money was good there. So there are similar enough worlds where the money transfers, which is okay. I rolled for it. Let's see. And then Blake and Andre noticed the chaos factor kind of went up because they didn't get any answers. Blake and Andre stumble upon a small desert market. A mutated cow breaks away, but Blake herds it back in. I kind of got that idea from Red Dead Redemption. So the chaos factor went down because Blake was able to control that. Blake and Andre encounter a surf bot on the Fritz. Again, this is from the chart there, and we deal in lead. It attacks them. Andre blows it away, and they find the lost coworker. That probably raised some attention in the village or the marketplace for sure. And notice that was kind of a foreshadowing, in a way, that the machine was going on the Fritz, just like Joseph went on the Fritz. So that we won that. 3. Cash went down to 3. Blake and Andre are attacked by Joseph. Andre is badly hurt. Joe's lady friend steps in to stop Joe from getting hurt or getting shot. Luckily for Joseph, she felt for him, and maybe she's a bit in love with him, but definitely Joseph's probably more in love with her than she is with him because of the spell that he's under. And then so number 2,
They learn that the stranger sent Joseph on a quest of obsessive love. Joe quits and tells them to leave. And then, so the chaos goes down to 1. Blake and Andre travel back to the portal door, or the slip door. Blake gets paid his $50 and says his goodbyes. Goes through the door. And, yeah, so there's a bit of an adventure arc there. There wasn't a duel with the gunslinger, which could be very deadly. But it didn't quite, I was leaving it open for that, but it didn't quite go that way. So when you face a gunslinger, the bullets bypass grit, and they go right to the, I believe, strength. And once you lose your strength, every time you get your strength hit, you roll for a critical. And that can lead to death, incapacitation. And that's what happened when I tried playing the solo game of We Deal in Lead. My guy got made it pretty much to the end of the last bad guy. But that guy just took him out, incapacitated him. But it paints a picture really good. I'd like to play a couple more adventures just using Mythic. Or, well, it's pretty much what I did here, but maybe using the table that they supplied for the Oracle. That would be kind of neat just to see how that works out. But this is pretty much mostly Mythic as far as some of the direction of the adventure. But I think it turned out pretty surprisingly well. I kind of ran out of steam halfway through. I apologize for that. It was getting hot. We're in the humid season, and working quite a bit. I just didn't have much energy to sit down and work on this. But now I'm glad I sat down and did finish it, because it was a surprisingly satisfying kind of little adventure for one sheet. And a lot of my adventures are one-sheeters these days. And just short adventures, sometimes I can get one or two done in a night, 1 or 2 scenes. Sometimes I get 4 scenes done in a night. One of these days I'll get back to doing maybe 2 sheets or 3 sheets again. These are the characters: Postal Worker, Andre, the Mysterious Stranger, who might come up again in another adventure, we'll see. The Lost Co-Worker, Joseph, the Postmaster, it was in that town that they stopped in, and then the lady friend, which I didn't get her name. So her name will be mysterious for now. Maybe she'll pop up in another adventure. They could be recurring characters, or they're one and done. But I think the neat takeaway is that, the Mysterious Stranger, the Man in Black, pretty much possess somebody to become obsessive and leave their job and, yeah, again, almost kill somebody over it. So that speaks volumes about the power of this stranger. And that is a bit freaky, and that's perfect. Do it please ya. Sorry I couldn't get more lingo in there from the books, but may you all have long days and pleasant nights. And keep on solo questing. See you in the next video.